Previously, we learned that predicate logic uses predicates. Actually, predicates are the most important tools in predicate logic. Now I'm going to show you that predicates are also used in programming. I'm going to implement a few predicates in C#. So what are predicates in programming? Predicates, can take objects as parameters, and they provide a true or false value. This means that actually predicates are functions. They have parameters and they return some value. So they are definitely functions. What kind of functions? Functions that return true or false, or other words, Boolean values. So basically, in programming, predicates are Boolean functions. In C#, you can use the bool type as a return type in this case. And let's say I'm going to implement a function to check if a number, let's say an integer number, is positive or it isn't. So this function will return true if x is positive, otherwise it will return false. Of course, you have to check if x is greater than 0, and if it is, then you return true, which is a bool value. Otherwise, you can return, or you should return false. Here we are. This is a predicate. This function is a predicate in C# because of the return value, which is bool, which must be bool in case of predicates. Okay, I cannot resist. Let me show you how to implement this function in a shorter way. Basically, you can return the result of the check, of this check. So you check if x is greater than 0. Here, the system generates you a bool value, basically a true or false value, which you can immediately return from the function. So basically, you can shorten this function to this very short form. Let me show you another example of another predicate. Let's say I would like to implement a predicate to check if number is greater than another number. So this predicate now takes two parameters. The implementation is extremely easy. You just return the result of checking if x is greater than y. Of course, the type of predicates in programming can be anything. So you could use a double type here, another double type here, or you can just use int as the type of the second parameter. So you can use parameter types mixed on demand. You can use string parameters or whatever you want. Actually, in the lecture notes, you can find another example of a predicate which takes a string as a parameter. To summarize, yes, in programming, predicates are commonly used since they are actually implemented as Boolean functions.